Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. I am UnPlannered, hello! And I'm here today with a brand new thing for me. I'm trying out a plan with me. It's been requested by quite a few people in quite a few different places, so I'm going to give it a go. I have no idea what this is going to turn out like and whether I'm even going to upload it, but I will talk to you like I am. I imagine that this video might be a little bit long, bearing in mind the way that I plan and the way that my planner kind of works. So I'll explain that quickly for you, for those of you who haven't been around before. I use an A5 Filofax now, and I use a kind of combination bullet journal stroke DIY planner, which I use for pre-planning and also memory keeping, and therefore I use blank pages and kind of start from scratch in the same way that I used to do in my bullet journal. But now I have lots and lots of stickers, so I use those instead of writing things in really. So that's the kind of brief explanation. Now I do my pre-planning a week in advance. I find myself because I carry this planner around with me. I know that some people don't carry their like Erin Condrens and things like that with them, but I do, because this is really functional for me. So because I carry it around with me, I find loads of times I'm out and about and somebody's like, oh, we'll do this next week, or you know, at work I might have plans for the following week or whatever. So I always like to have the following week pre-planned in. So I do a pre-planning outline. I have a dashboard, and then I pre-plan, like, you know, I block off every day, and I put in the to-dos that I know and things like that. And then I also, you know, plan again each night. I have a look at my planner, and I see what I've accomplished that day and what I need to accomplish the next day. And I also, as I say, put like little memories and things like that in it from the day at the end of the day. So today we're going to be planning for this week. I've actually been bad, so I'm saying all that, but this week I've actually been bad, so we'll be planning for this week. And I'll also do a video today for next week. So even though I plan a week in advance, you guys will get them, like, you know, just before the week coming. And what I'm going to intend to do is show you how the previous week turned out. So the difference between what we pre-planned and then what it turns out like. So I'm going to show you, in that vein, I'm going to show you from 2 weeks ago, so which would have been October 31st. I know that you weren't here to plan this with me, but just so that you get a kind of idea of, like, you know, what I do and how I do it. So let's go here. So that's the 24th. Too early. Okay, so this was week commencing the 31st of October. Hopefully that is all in frame. I shall have a quick look. I think it probably is for you. Yeah. So this was week commencing the 31st of October. You'll see that I have a kind of dashboard area, which is sort of akin to the sidebar in a Erin Condren or a Plum Planner and like a Happy Planner. This is like a weekly spread for those of us who bullet journal. And this changes from week to week for me. It depends on what it is that I want to keep track of. So that week I was, my schedule was wild, which it is often. Lots of to-dos and cleaning. You'll see that I didn't get too far with the Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was attempting a no spend. I gave up on the Tuesday, so that's not ideal, but at least I know that when I go back. I was keeping track of various things. So you'll see I've got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So lots of you might have seen pictures of this on my Instagram and things like that. And you'll see that I'm not particularly super themey. I like it to be wild and colourful and bright and different. So I don't necessarily use theme kits. You'll see like Halloween was Halloweenish, and then I did go into like some fall colours there just because that kit was just stunningly gorgeous and I couldn't help myself. But that's kind of how it's going to turn out eventually. So for now, I think what I will do is take a leaf out of Holly Plan's book and actually pop my pages out just to make it a little bit easier for us all. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop those out just now and move my beautiful planner out of the way. Okay. So what we end up with then is a couple of pages. So this is going to be so this is from last week, or this week today. So I'm going to split it into my kind of dashboard area, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then this will be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay. So what I like to do is I used to write in my days and things like that, but I have recently discovered some beautiful date covers. So I'm going to take a little bit of inspiration from them. Whilst I'm not, as I say, kittish, this week I'm kind of, I mean, I love autumn and things like that, but I'm kind of over the autumny colours. The last few weeks in my planner have all been kind of oranges and reds and or Halloweeny. So I'm going back to my favourite colours, which are kind of blues and greens. And I have this gorgeous like day covers set, and this is from Vintage Rose Studios. So I'm going to, you'll have seen it in one of my hauls previously. So I'm going to kind of take inspiration from that and go with kind of blues and greens for this week, just because that's what I'm feeling like. So let's see here. Actually, so I just pick a super skinny washi for the top part, just to break up the week commencing. So this part's going to be kind of thingy for you all, because it means I have to now attempt to find the ends of all my washies for the week. So this one, it's just a super skinny, just to give me a kind of title area. And I wonder what I did with my scissors. They were creating this really weird shadow, so I moved them, but where did I put them now? Right, okay, we shall use these ones, which are handily placed right beside me, but are not the ones I was initially looking for. So that gives me my, my place to write my week commencing, and I think I shall start off with this gorgeous feathery one to break my day. Oh, sorry. I'm hoping that you can all see this. Because I've had to move my camera kind of up to get it out of the way, or to get enough space to kind of show you the pages at a time. I can't really see what I'm doing in the camera. Like, I normally can kind of adjust as I go along, but not today. So that will give me my breaking up for that day. And then I'll go with a green. I have a lot of green kind of mix and match kind of items, because green's my favorite color, so I like to try to use them when I can. I'm all about the greens. Okay, I'll trim that in a minute. Oh, I did that thing. I've put it down too tight and warped my paper a bit. I shall fix. Oh. Sorry, I'm sure that I'll get better at this as I go along. But it's kind of an odd thing. Like, I watch Plan With Me's all the time, and I love them. Like, I watch loads and loads and loads. I'm sure you've heard me talk about Holly Plans particularly. I really, really enjoy her planning videos. And, there's quite a lot of the kind of shop owners Plan With Me's and things that I really enjoy. Especially when they're showing off their kind of new kits and new material and things. But I've never done it myself, so I'm really sorry if this ends up all over the place. But I did warn you all, in fairness. I did say that it was going to be weird and awkward for me, so... but we'll try and kind of make it, like, as little weird... No, I don't think that's going to work now, especially since I just awkwarded that right up. I think this little kind of grass one. And then, I would tell you where all of these washies are from, but unfortunately, I have no idea. I obviously, before I started doing like YouTube videos and things like that, I had planned, or I had purchased quite a lot of items because I loved my planner. So some things I don't even know anymore kind of where they may have came from. And washi is one of those weird things. Like, you kind of pick it up all over the place, so I don't always know. I know that these two are from Little Rainbow Moon on Etsy. And I just love them. I love all of her things, actually. You can see an unboxing of one of her kind of mystery kits on my channel as well. So those are from her, but these little ones could be from anywhere. They could be from eBay or AliExpress or anything like that. Obviously, when I do know something, I will share with you all, but unfortunately, that's not going to be the case too much for my washi. But you'll notice I love skinny washi, because I use it in this way for these kind of, like headers or, things to break up the days and stuff. So I have lots and lots of skinny washi and lots of super skinny washi, because I love super skinny washi. Okay, so now that we've got that is like the most crooked thing ever. And here is the one problem about taking your pages out of your planner too. So this is just normal kind of Filofax inserts, like blank inserts, obviously not with the dates and things like that, because I don't really want that. But actually, for the most part, I mean, washi certainly peels up okay, because washi peels up okay from everything. But for the most part, because I use matte removable stickers, they tend to be okay. Pulling things up. Sometimes I rip the page a little bit. I think that kind of happens for everyone. Okay, so let's trim off all these edges. this is kind of weird. Like, I normally sit here with a nice cup of tea and stuff like that, and it can take a while to do my planning because I'm kind of like arts and craftsy about it and move things and stick them together and stuff like that. But maybe next time I will pre-do the washi part. Or who knows, maybe you were all enjoying watching me struggle. I know there's that kind of twistedness in all of us, so it's entirely possible. And then if that is the case, go on yourself, enjoy it. Okay, so let's get these off. For some reason, I'm quite shaky this morning too, and I have absolutely no idea why. I actually, for once in my life, got a good sleep, though I did wake up crazy early. I did intend to sleep in today, but that did not happen. Okay, so that looks like we're all trimmed and ready to go. So the next thing that I would do and will do is put my date headers on. And the reason that I do this right away early on is because I often completely forget about my dashboard and I end up putting Monday up there and then I get myself really confused. So Monday, and then let's use this kind of palish green for Tuesday. So I do them like this. I used to do like a half and just with the one washi across the bottom, but I like the kind of breaking up across of the day. I think it looks really pretty. So, and a Wednesday, I'm thinking this Wednesday. Yes, that Wednesday looks nice, kind of bluish with the bluey green. And a greenish Thursday, so this Thursday here. Thursday, and then we've got escape washi, and then Friday I've got this kind of perfect pale one that will go nicely with that washi, and then Saturday I think probably this blue, yes, this blue, and then Sunday, because I've kind of broke my color theming here, is a bit awkward. So I'm thinking this one is probably the closest. It's very similar to the Friday, but we shall live with it. And I'm going to put my dates in just now so that I remember what I'm doing, because otherwise I might forget. So let me see here. I'll probably get a thicker pen. So that's the 14th. And then 15th, 16th. In my life, sometimes I know things because of the date that they're on, and sometimes I know things because of the day that they're on. So I always find it really helpful to put those in when I'm planning. 19th and 20th. Okay, so that's us with our basic kind of spread for the week. And sometimes when I don't have time, I'll just do this part and then move on to kind of, wait until like the week rolls around to get it. But because I'm not in that situation this week, I'm going to go ahead and put everything in. So this is week commencing the 14th of November. And I put that up there, A, to remember that it's the week commencing the 14th of November, but B, to kind of denote that is all of this information here is for the whole week. It's not just for, one specific day. So what I'm going to put up there this week for my dashboard is I'm going to do a to-dos. I'm going to do a Happy Meal list because I've got lots of Happy Meal to get out, and a couple of habit trackers. Now sometimes I do my schedule and things like that because my schedule is insane sometimes. Between work and school and, oh sorry, that's me moving all my washi. Between work and school and appointments and things like that, sometimes it's just like wild. But this week I am on annual leave from work because I have a full-on week at school. So that means my schedule is like, sort of much more organized than usual. So I'm going to choose to use this ombre checklist from AJ6 Designs, just because I think the blue kind of really matches nicely with that blue. And I'm going to then do a Happy Meal tracker with this adorable kind of to-do list from UnPlannered. UnPlannered does all these like awesome kind of kawaii kind of things. And I may not have left myself room for the habit tracker this week. So I shall maybe just leave that just now and then come back to it throughout the week if I decide that I have other things that I need to be putting there. But I will get in some headers for that. And I have these ones from Dream Big and Plan, which I quite like. They're quite pretty. So I will try where I can to say where my stickers have come from. As I say, some of them I got like well before I started doing this, so I didn't really think I needed to keep track, and they didn't have the, you know how like most sticker shops have, you know, their information there, which is really super helpful, but some of the ones that I have do not have that, so I no longer know where they came from. But I will try and write them down where I can. So that's going to be, I think I'll use the little cutesy one for my Happy Mail. And then for my to-dos. Okay, so that's my kind of dashboard sorted out for now. Generally speaking, I'll either put some deco in from like around the week, or I'll, as I say, I'll put habit trackers in or whatever. So we'll think about that as we go along. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday then, to get on with, I have, what I tend to do is I tend to put like where I'm going to be. So I usually use an @ sign, but I've actually run out of my @ stickers, so we'll need to figure that out as we go on. Where I'm going to be here, and then to-dos down here, and then I use like a lot of the rest of the space for memory keeping, or like little notes about that day and stuff like that. So I think that what I'm going to do, I'm just going to rummage through my checklists and things. I'll move my headers. I think I'm going to go with a kind of purpley for this day, and I'm thinking that purpley from Hello Poupette Designs might be, yes, I think that's probably perfect. Mondays are always like, you know, those kind of days where you have so much to do. I don't know why, because you think to yourself that you would get a lot of what you needed to do done on the weekend. But sometimes I get like, because I don't normally have weekends off, when I actually do, I get a little bit like selfish with them, like with my time. So I always end up with hundreds of things to do on Monday that I probably should have done at the weekend. I've got a really great green checklist here from Lily Pink Prints that we shall use over here. And I tend to do this way. I don't tend to do everything like day by day necessarily, just because, you know, I figure whilst you have your stack of kind of to-do lists and checklists out, you might as well kind of go for it. Wednesday, here, sorry, I'm looking for a nice blue to go with my Wednesday. Oh yeah, I like that bluey green. Maybe. That bluey green. This is my stack of... that one's quite nice as well. This is my stack of kind of to-do headers and checklists and things like that, except that those are neither of those things, so they should go over there. Actually, I think I'll just use some more from Lily Pink Prints. Yeah, I'm going to use this one. Lily Pink Prints offers these in her shop, or did certainly when I bought them, and she had them all with hearts, and I messaged her and asked if there was any possibility that she could do them without hearts for me, and she was like, no problem. Stack of washi, and she was like, no problem. So I had bought like hundreds of them, and in saying that was like ages ago, so I still have loads left. And I've just realized that I'm saying like an awful lot during this video, which isn't really like me actually. There you go. Did you see what I did there with my different usage of the word like? So I'm not really sure where that is coming from, but hey, I do notice that. Like, I don't always watch my videos back, you know, other than, you know, just before I upload them to make sure they're not insane. So I don't always watch them back, but sometimes when I do, I kind of have this realization that I've picked a word that day and I've said it loads of times. So I've got one in particular that I can think about where I think I must have said fabulous about 14 or 16 times. And one the other day, the word of the day seemed to be excellent. Everything was excellent. I was like, okay. Can't really say much about that. It just sort of is what it is, isn't it? So Sunday, I've got a full checklist because I've got loads of things to do. Saturday, I don't think I'm going to put a full checklist down, just because I am intending on having a kind of restful day. As I say, it's not really like me to have the weekend off, and I will do again next week, which is bizarre and wonderful. So I'm going to attempt, I'm going to attempt to have a kind of lazy-ish sort of day. Sorry that you can hear me rummaging through my stack of checkboxes and to-do lists and things. So I think I'm just going to put down a smaller to-do list that day, and that will hopefully help me remember that I'm planning on having a lazy day, because sometimes that doesn't kind of always work out for me. So I'll put that there, and then I think I'm going to use one of these. Do you match? You don't really match, but you're very cute, so I'm going to use one anyway. Use this one. These are from Emily Plans as well. Okay, so we've got our to-dos, some of which are very, very, very crooked. But I'm not so bothered about that, because I think it kind of gives a little bit of life to my planner. Like, it kind of reflects who I am and how I was that day. Sometimes if they're totally wonky like that, though, I'll give them a wee bit of a fix. Okay, so that's our to-dos in. So now we just need to give them titles and labels and names. So I think for this big ginormous one here, I'm going to pick a kind of purpley pinky. Oh, that's one of those things is very crooked. I think I'm going to leave it because it's fun. And I will choose a kind of bluey one for over here. Now, because I'm risking getting very samey, I'm going to see if I have it. I do. I have one of these to-do headers. And these ones are from Wendy Prints. I bought loads of these because they're just so cute. So very cute. And to-do. And sometimes I'll back them on something else, like I'll put a bit of washi down or something like that and then put them over it, but that's not how I'm feeling today. So I'm going to use one of these ones again over here. And this, I suppose, is the thing that, you know, that is telling and good about using like a full kit, because you have all this stuff with you and you don't need to kind of rummage. But then at the same time, I kind of like the rummaging. Like, I like using up all these stickers that I've bought, because I've bought so many functional ones. I like to kind of use them up as I go along, because they're gorgeous. And it gives me that kind of, you know, just a little bit of a, you know, a difference and a kind of appeal to it. But I understand totally why some people would find this to be like really frightening, because it's not, you know, there's no real sense to it or anything like that. It's just is what it is. Oh, there's my planning post-it fill down of what I need to put in my dashboard. So I completely understand how some people are just so, you know, need to be way more organized than this. But as I say, I like it. It's a reflection of kind of who I am and the way that I am. And I feel like the more reflective my planner is of me, then the more pretty it is, the more likely I am to use it, which is why I kind of developed my planning style the way I have, I suppose. Okay, so now this is going to be a very, very boring part, because all week I am just at school, really. So, what I'm going to do, I think I'll just draw my @ Where's my pen? I think I'll just draw my ats for these days, because I don't know where my @ stickers are. So I always do an @ and then obviously stickers of some form to kind of write in what that @ is. I think you can go there. And this is a really great week at school. As I say, it's kind of very busy and a kind of intensive week. So I'm really, really like looking forward to it. So those two. Oh. I'm messing up my piles now. My organization is going wild. I don't really have a purple one out, so I think I'll use this. Sorry, now I'm just talking to myself and you guys are like, wow, get a grip, UnPlannered. So there's that one. And I kind of pulled a bluey one, so let's go for bluey up there. And I've got a nice fat greenie. And this one is from Planet. And I think I'll use another similar kind of greenie from that kit. Oh, okay, and now I'm ripping my stickers. It's not ideal. Not ideal. Okay, and then I need one more then for Friday. I've got this great kind of bluey greeny color here from Peace Love Plan Shop, who were quite new to me recently, and I absolutely love. I did an oopsie unboxing from them, and I'm just loving it. And then my pen, so my ats. So those are all going to be for school. Other than school, I have on Monday night, I should hopefully be going to visit my boyfriend. He has been sick this weekend, so I'm not getting to see him, which is very, very sad. So hopefully I will get to see him then. I'm going to use the kind of bluey purpley here underneath. And he's like really sick, like gross sick. And with my week coming up that I have, I can't really afford to get sick. So sadly, we decided it was best that I didn't go and visit him. I think I just put that crooked and then pulled it up and then put it exactly as crooked again. But that's okay, that's me. And sometimes I feel like if you've done it twice and it's still crooked, then, you know, that's just is what it is. Tuesday, I don't think I'm doing anything else in the evening. Wednesday, I want to go swimming. So I will use this little green because it kind of matches the green I already chose there. I want to go swimming. And then Thursday, I don't think I'm doing anything in the evening so far. Friday, I am going to visit Martin again. So, let's do a pretty. Yeah, let's do that pretty. And I don't know if I said, but these ones here with the kind of beautiful floral scalloping, they're from Dream Big and Plan. Now, Saturday, I will definitely be having to do something, you know, during the day, probably groceries or something like that, but I don't know about that yet. And Sunday, I have loads of stuff to do in the house, so I'm probably not be doing much there. So that's my kind of ats. And what I like to do after that is I do an F, like a focus for the day. Now this week my focuses are going to be really boring because most of them are going to be about school. Because as I say, I'm in school every day. But sometimes they vary. And will be things like planning and organizing, or sometimes it's about work or whatever. So I like to put a focus just so I know what that kind of day is going to be all about. Sorry, I just need to move a little bit, and I think I've jiggled the camera horrendously. But 'tis what it is. So I'm just going to quickly school. 9 to 15:30, I think, and school 9 to 4. So my classes obviously change kind of each day, so I'm not always sure exactly when they're going to be. I mean, I could look obviously on my schedule, but I just like to kind of block out the days. And no, I will not be at school that day. So that's fine. I'll still be at, I'm going to see, you'll see this all the time in my planners. Like I call my boyfriend Monkey, so I always write Monkey, and everybody's like, what are you doing? What are you saying? Where are you going? So yeah, so that's my kind of, oh, and I had, swimming. So swimming after school, and that's that for that. I'm just gonna have to take a little drink. I didn't realize exactly. Yeah, I've been talking for quite some time now. Okay, so really, what would I normally do next? Well, normally I suppose I would just go in and do write in my to-dos. So some of them I obviously know, some things that I know what I'm getting up to that day. Like, for instance, on Monday I need to do my giveaway draw. I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to do that yet. Whether I'll film it or just pick it or whatever. So if you have any like opinions about that, put that down below. So I'll do my giveaway draw. I have some important posts to send out. I have I'll have school stuff and homework to do, most likely. And I think that's probably it for just now, for things that I know. Tuesday, I have, again, some important post that needs to go out that day. I will definitely have homework. I will want to upload an oopsie video because I have like 4 or 5 more to come out. So I got these great sort of social media stickers from AJ6 Designs, which you probably saw on my on one of my hauls, or maybe you haven't yet. I'm not sure how bad a YouTuber I'm being right now. So I'll do my oopsie upload on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I have some Happy Mail to do. Happy Mail. And then I will want to do my half-week photo for Instagram. So I'm just going to use one of these again. I bought 2 sheets of them, and I already know that I'm going to have to buy like hundreds more. Although I think I have some other Instagram stickers coming as well. And so, that's fine. So Tuesday, my focus is definitely going to be on homework and getting organized. I like to try to get kind of as far ahead of myself as I can because I'm inherently a procrastinator. So if I get far ahead, like if I get really going on a project, then I always like to try to keep going. Thursday will be an oopsie upload again. Oopsies. Oh, yeah, so an oopsie upload again. And I've just remembered that on Wednesday, I have to take my recycling out. Wow. And I have these awesome, sorry, I know I'm in your way. I have these awesome recycling bins from Dream Big and Plan. They are like super cute. So that can go there. And, oh, I've just remembered what I definitely want to put in my dashboard. No spend. No spend. I am saving up all of my spending for Black Friday. My cart and my Etsy cart is like to its maximum capacity now. I think I have like 98 items. It will only let me add 1 more, so it will have to be like a special thing. And I have plans for Black Friday. So no spend all of this week in order to prepare for that. Yeah, Thursday was where I actually was, and that's what I was saying. I don't have anything specific to do. I'll have homework, obviously, so I'll probably spend some time like focusing on that. So that'll probably be a school stuff day. Friday, I'm going, as I say, I'm going to go and visit my monkey. So I don't have too much to do other than I'll need to organize my bags and things like that to take with me in the morning. I think that's probably all I can think of right now. There will be loads and loads of things as the week goes on, obviously. Saturday, I'm going to go to yoga. That's what I'm going to do in the morning. And I believe that somewhere in my stash, I have yoga stickers. I do. And I think I have nice blue ones. I do. That's very exciting. I like it when I remember. So I think I'm going to use that kind of, oh no, I'm not. I'm going to use that kind of tealy green one because it's pretty. So I'm going to go to yoga on Saturday morning. And as I say, I'm going to try to have a lazy day, but I'm definitely going to phone my grandmother. I always like to make a little bit of an event out of it. So phone her in the afternoon. So I'm just going to put that there. So phone grandma. I will also have to that day, she says, I'll need to do some reading and things like that. So I'm going to do a relax and read sticker, which I just love. These are from Tender Designs, if you didn't see them in my unboxing. So that's what I'm going to do for the day, and then probably I'll get some like reading for school done and stuff like that while I'm doing that. But you know, at least it kind of looks like I might be having a decent day. And Sunday I should be home for the day, but I have loads of things to do. I'll have dishes. I'll need to pack my lunches, or at least like make them and pack them as I go along. I'll have homework to do. I'll need to get organized, like my bag and things like that. And I will be filming, hopefully. And I'll need to do my Instagram full week. Instagram full week. So that requires a couple of stickers. I think I'll probably have quite a lot of homework that week, so I think I'll do another little one, and then I can put like a little checklist underneath it. Yes, because I think I'll have lots and lots of stuff to do. And I just found these, so I'm going to put a stack of these here so I can keep a little idea of what I was actually reading. I know I'm supposed to be looking for dishes stickers, but I got distracted. You will learn this about me. I have pulled out all of these little icons and I can't find my dishes ones. But I have a little packed lunch. It's so cute. And unfortunately this is one of those ones where I have no idea where it's from because there's no like shop name on it, so I'm kind of, you know, blinded by that. And I have up here, do I have a little selection of anything to do with dishes? Oh, sorry, I'm totally off screen. These are from Hello Pipette Designs again. And I don't think. No, I see no dishes. Although these are really, really cute. Oh, no, haha, no. I got excited there. Okay, so nothing there for me for dishes. Dishes. I do not have dishes, but I do have a sleep in, which I am going to put on Saturday. Because, do I hope that can be possible. I would love to be able to get a nice sleep in. So dishes, homework, organized bag, film, Instagram for the week. And that's probably about all I need. Now, the last thing that I do for my pre-planning is I put a hydration tracker on every day. It's really important. I am not, I don't know, there's something I don't really uptake sort of electrolytes very well, so I'm always like fighting this kind of idea of being dehydrated. So I try to make sure that I stay hydrated. So I have a collection of hydration stickers because I, you know, as you can see, I like for things to be a little bit, you know, different. So I think I will go for this purple here from AJ6 Designs for Monday, since I've got a kind of purpley theme happening. So I'll pop that down there. And then Tuesday is kind of greeny. So from Windy Prints, I've got these teardrops that I just are, you know, like water droplets, which I just love because they're cute and different. And then Wednesday, yeah, that green one there. You notice on all of my multicolor sticker sheets, the green things are always gone like faster than everything else because I love green, I do. Okay, so that's those days. And then Thursday, I'll be looking for a green something again. So let's go for the green water droplet from Windy Prints. And I shall put it there, I believe. And Friday, I want a kind of a more tealy kind of bluey color, don't I? A tealy kind of bluey color. Yes. Tealy kind of bluey color. Not that it particularly matters to me. As I say, I like things to be wildly colorful. So I think on Saturday, I'm going to use one of my favorites because I'm not very good at the, like when I'm off. I'm much better when I'm when I'm at work or at school at remembering to drink a lot. So I really like those. Those are from Emily Plans. or Emily Planner, sorry. And she just does like really cute things. And the little helicopters from Emily Planner as well. You can probably tell that they're kind of a similar milieu. And then I have kind of, let's see, kind of use that one, and a little water droplet. And I shall put it there. So that's kind of the bare bones of my week this week coming up. Now, as I say, you saw earlier on how it ends up looking. So I've got, I'll add to it as I go along, and I put memory keeping in and things like that. So just because I like that. I mean, I'm not a scrapbooker. I would love to be, but this kind of allows me to do that kind of memory keeping thing. So 2017 inserts. It allows me to keep things up, but not be too, not be so organized about it, because I worry about things like that. Like, I'm a person that takes on projects, but I can't always follow them through. Like, I'm so busy, I don't have time to do a lot of things. So yeah, so basically that's kind of it. So yeah, let's swap. Sorry, I'm just writing these things in here. Yeah, so I've got my Happy Meal. I've got lots of Happy Meal to send out. I've got to-dos that I know of offhand that I have to do at some point over the course of the week, but I don't know when yet, so I haven't given them like a day. And then that's basically me for now. So I'll pop everything back in so that you can see it. My beautiful domino. And actually this will go really nicely with my shiny unicorn. So everything back in, and then these go this way. Yes, so is it in? It is fairly in frame. So that's as I say, that's my bare bones. That's basically me making my inserts, I suppose, if you want to look at it that way. And that's how I know. So the reason that I normally do it a week in advance, I haven't this week, as I say, but I normally do it a week in advance, is that I have that in. So somebody says to me, like on Tuesday, oh, hey, what are you doing next Wednesday? I can always have a quick flip through and see what I'm doing next Wednesday, and be able to kind of mark things in right away. If I start putting things on like separate post-its and stuff, that just doesn't work out for me. That ends up being like an actual disaster, because I lose the post-its, or I move them and don't really pay attention to them and things like that. So I'm sure there's loads of things about my week that I've forgotten so far, but that's basically the kind of, as I say, the bare bones of what it is that I will be doing. And what I will do from now on is I'll try to show you the completed week when I do the next one, if you know what I mean. So this week I won't show you the completed week until not next weekend, but the weekend after that, because I plan a week in advance. So you'll be able to see kind of how it turned out after that. So if you liked my plan with me and you want to see more of them, please leave me a comment, and remember to like and subscribe. I'm all about the comments. I've been really obviously enjoying having them. I think as well I'm going to upload this either today or tomorrow. So it's important, I suppose, I remember that my giveaway is still live. The video is still up on my channel, and you can have a look at it and obviously, enter the kind of competition, I suppose, because there's some really cool stickers to be winning there from some of the companies that I've used here. And that's kind of it for me. So as I say, like, subscribe, comment. It's always great to hear from you, and I will see you all later. So until next time, have fun planning, and bye.